So this afternoon I'm going to plant all my broad beans. They've been hardening off all week. I don't think there's likely to be any more frosts now. I think the lowest temperature last night was 6 degrees, but if there is a threat of a drop, then I can always put some fleece on them. So I've prepared the ground for it. I've put in my canes and string supports for them, and with each plant that I sow, I'm going to be putting in a handful of chicken pellets. So let's get on with it. So this is where I'm going to sow all my broad beans. I've prepared this ground, as I've said. I've got 24 plants, so I'm going to sow them 8 inches apart or 20 centimetres. I'm just going to ease them out of the tray, try not to disturb the roots. Firm them down. Now I'm going to do them sort of in a try formation. So I've come back in the greenhouse for 2 reasons. It's a bit breezy outside, and that breeze is quite chilly, and if you're in the shade, it's quite cold actually. In here my thermometer says it is 31 degrees, so obviously this is a better option. It's lovely in here at the moment, but the other reason is I don't know what's going on. I think it must be a military exercise, but the planes that have been going over all morning, it's just deafening. It gets to the point where you can't even hear yourself think. So I've come in here and I'll show you some of the seedlings that are coming up, but I've had some poor germination with the peas and the dwarf beans and some of the sweet corn, so I've re-sowed those and still nothing's shown, so I'm waiting for some movement on that. So I've got rhubarb chard, purple kohlrabi, green kohlrabi and some salad leaves. If you look closely you can see some of the true leaves are forming on those. I planted up the broad beans yesterday. I had 3 left over that were quite small. I think too small to go in the ground really. I don't want the pigeons pinching them. So I'm going to sow some more beans so that I get a second row, and then hopefully the 3 that I've got in the tray, then they can go out with the next lot. Okay, so this tray's got 24 cells. I noticed yesterday that the space that I've got only took 19 plants. I've got 4, possibly 5, there's some movement here. So 5 plants already there. So if I'm going to stick to another 19, for a similar size space, I only need another 14 seeds. This is the variety that I'm sowing. I'm just going to press them into the soil. That one doesn't look very good. The soil is damp so that the seeds are in contact with the damp soil.